Yesterday, I did a video on the new guns coming out from Kimber. I actually focused on a couple of their different guns, their new K6S double action, single action revolver, and their new Evo line of pistols. Well, it was pointed out to me in the comment section by a couple people, one of which was Angry D. Why so angry, D? But, let's see, I read your comments. You people think I don't read the comments, but I read the comments. I see what you say about me. But getting off track here a little bit. I did a video about those two guns, but like I said, someone pointed out you didn't cover the most important gun. And that's because I wanted to save it today for a different topic. Now, there are some other guns I didn't cover also, like they now have a new KHX model of the Micro 9, which looks very cool. I love the honeycomb patterns on those. And they also have one other new Micro 9 pistol that they're calling the ESV. There's actually two versions of it. These have the ported slides. They're not actually ported barrels. They're just cut slides, for weight reduction. And so you can see those pretty barrels. Well, if you notice, there's two versions, a black model and a gray model. The black model has a gold, which is that, that tin coating, gold barrel. And the gray model has a rose gold barrel. So I see these being very popular with ladies because, all of us tough gun guys, we aren't supposed to like things like this, even though they're very pretty. And I really do like that one with the gold barrel. That is very, very pretty. But that's not the ones I want to talk about today. There's a lot of us out there getting old. Our eyes aren't what they used to be. In fact, I just took my son in today to get prepped for LASIK surgery. And I'm actually kind of considering it myself. But once again, off topic. But my eyes aren't what they used to be, so I like to have an RMR on a pistol. But since I've switched over to carrying 1911s, I haven't really found one that actually has a good RMR on it that I like. And here's the bad problem with RMRs so far on pistols. They seem to be limited to 9mm and occasionally 45. Like if you look at all the RX models from Sig Sauer, all 9mm. If you look at some other ones that you can get, that are cut for RMRs, usually 9mm or 45. There's not a lot of 40s and definitely not a lot of 10mm in RMR models of handguns. And I've spoken to Sig about that and they're like, well, there's reasons and blah, blah, blah. And they know why, but they didn't want to share with me. Well, then they let me know they couldn't share with me. They weren't being jerks or nothing. They just like, we're not allowed to say certain things. But I just saw this one coming out from Kimber, and this is the one people are talking about. Kimber is now offering their KHX model with an RMR from the factory. And not just the KHX model with an RMR, now they have the KHX model with the RMR with a rail also. They have an RL model. Now you might be saying, well, still another 45 with an RMR. Well, no, this KHX with a rail and an RMR from the factory is available in 10mm, but still has a standard government size slide, so it's easy to carry. It's not like those big long slide abominations that they make. To me, that's a game changer. 10mm 1911 RMR, that's an awesome gun. I don't know if 10mm is going to be something I'll be able to handle a lot of at the range because of my arthritis in my right arm and my right hand, but I'm going to give it a try. Big old heavy 1911 shooting 10mm, I might be able to handle it. The smaller 357 Magnums are just a little bit too much for me nowadays, cause me a little bit too much pain, especially after shooting, but I'd be willing to give a 10mm a try. Right now, I'm kind of happy with 45, but for a lot of people who want something more powerful, but still want an RMR, well, this 10mm Kimber RMR is awesome. I can't wait to get it out on the market and get a hold of it. Now, I know the way Kimber is sometimes, they'll show you now like, hey, look what you're going to be able to buy in 3.5 years. But hopefully they'll get it to market a little bit faster because from what I hear, they've already got these productions running and they'll be out really soon. That's why they went ahead and released stuff before SHOT Show. But I just wanted to point out to people that like RMRs and possibly like 1911s or other guns similar to that and like to have a higher caliber than 9mm or occasionally 45, you can now get an RMR gun in 10mm that isn't some polymer nightmare. Because I don't know if that company that shall not be named, I know they're making some of their polymer guns in 10mm now, but I don't know if they're cutting them for an RMR. But having one come from the factory with an RMR, and I think you can also buy the KHX cut for an RMR without the actual sight if you want to save money. But I know for certain the 10 millimeter KHX with the rail, which would be the KHX-RL, I guess, from Kimber, with the RMR sight on it, is now available in 10 millimeter, or it's not available, but it's announced that it will be available in 10 millimeter. And like I said before, to me, that's awesome because that is a game changer.